In this video, I would like to show you how to get on the international side of YouTube and earn dozens of times more money from one video by posting them in other countries like Germany, France, etc. This video will be unique and will reveal the secret of earning huge amounts of money on YouTube. I would like to discuss what opportunities in terms of earning you will have after you learn the material from this video. All viewers who do not live in the United States, you will be able to get to the American side of YouTube and earn 10 times more from each view. All viewers who are Americans, you can start expanding your business and your views internationally. In this video, I will be using an example of how to get to the American side of YouTube as if I am not a United States resident. But if you would like to get extra money for your YouTubes from Germany, France, or any other country, then just adjust this video instruction to the country where you want to make money. For instance, I will be using a US number to register my YouTube account for USA views. But if you want to get views from Germany, instead of registering your account to the United States number, register with a German number. For those who don't know how YouTube does its calculations to figure out who gets the view money and how much money to give, I present this little introductory instructional guide. Where does money come from on YouTube? And who are these advertisers? If you open any video on YouTube, you will see an ad pop up before you even watch the video. Another advertisement appears here, and sometimes in the middle of the video. YouTube takes money from these advertisers and gives bloggers about 48% of that amount. That is, YouTube takes half of the earnings from advertising. So, as an example, say you make a video and get 100,000 hits. In Russia, local corporations are willing to pay YouTube $200 for 100,000 views. And you as a blogger get about half of this amount since YouTube takes half. That's one. Now, let's imagine that you make the exact same video, but you live in the United States and your videos are recommended to Americans who generally have more money. Your videos will feature advertisement from American advertisers such as Bank of America, Chase, Amazon, Walmart, etc. And all these corporations understand very well that the purchasing power of Americans is very high, so they're ready to pay more money for advertising. They know it'll pay off anyway, even if they pay $2,000 for 100,000 views. In other words, for a view count of 100,000 in Russia, you will get $100. And now let's say that for the same video you get 100,000 views, but in the United States. And there you'll get 1,000. That's about 10 times more. In this video, I'm going to tell you how it's done, step by step. Here we're going to have to apply some computer skills, but it's worth it in the end. We need to start by doing 4 things. We need to install a virtual machine on your computer, install a VPN, create an American phone number, and create an American YouTube channel and link it to the American phone number. So, let's get started. What is a virtual machine? A virtual machine is a computer within a computer. It's also called a hypervisor. A hypervisor is software that is installed on your computer on which you can install a separate operating system. Windows, Mac OS, Linux, anything. Let's say you have a Mac computer, but you want to play GTA 5, a game that only runs on Windows. You can install a hypervisor, install Windows, install GTA 5 onto this virtual machine, and play to your heart's desire on your Mac computer. In our case, we're going to need a virtual machine. We're going to make it seem that our computer is physically located in the United States, whereas you could be living anywhere, Germany, France, or Russia. But YouTube will think that you're in the United States. This is the first step to getting onto the American version of YouTube. Now, let's note that we're working on our first task by writing "working on it." There are many programs that offer virtual machine services. The most popular ones are Parallels for the MacBook and VMware for Windows. There's only one catch. These virtual machines use the power of your computer. That means that if you have a weak computer, you will barely be able to use a virtual machine. If this is the case, you can rent a virtual machine and use it on the internet. I will leave the links to these types of services in the description, along with all the other programs that I mention here. Since I'm using a MacBook, I'm going to show you instruction how to download and install a virtual machine on Mac using the program Parallels. Okay, so let's go on ahead and follow the links below, clicking on Parallels. Here is the program that costs $69.99 a year. You can buy this program immediately, or you can choose the option Try Now. That way you can have a free trial period for 14 days. So, for the sake of this video, let's press Try Now. Here it is written that you can use this program free for 14 days. Press on Download Now. Then wait for the program to download. When the program downloads, press on it 2 times. Now press Install. Here it asks to put in my Mac password. Automatic download asks Parallels to get access to my computer. Let's press Allow Everywhere. Then press Next. One more time, press OK Everywhere. Then press Finish. Here Parallels automatically offers us to install Windows, but let's press Skip for now. After this, we will get to our Parallels control panel. Let me close all the tabs so that my screen doesn't get too clustered. So, here we have 3 options where we can get Windows. First is to download Windows from the official Microsoft website. Second, upload Windows if you have it already. Third, transfer virtual machine if you have a virtual machine. A bit lower, you can find free operating systems such as Linux if you know how to use it, or you can use your operating system that you have installed on your Mac. I will use Windows, so I will choose option Install Windows. Then press Continue. I will download Windows from the official Microsoft website. Here you can find option Buy Windows 10 and it costs $139, or you can download Windows for free from torrent websites. I will buy the official Windows 10, so I'm going to go ahead and press Add to Cart. Now you have to put in your personal and payment information. And yes, I'm aware that most of the people download Windows for free. However, I know about 10 successful people, and none of them download anything for free and have never done so, even when they had hard financial times. And I also know about 100 not so successful people who always try to cheap out, cheat, steal, and life and karma punishes them all the time, and they consistently stay broke. No one gets away from karma, so I do ask you to pay for other people's services and don't cheap out. Here they say thank you for your orders. Then they give me the number of my Windows license. I need to copy this number and save it since we will need it in a second. Then let's press Redeem Now. Since I work from a MacBook, it offers me to download the Windows ISO file. Then confirm your Windows version. Then choose the language you want to use. Then press Confirm. Here choose your version. I will choose 64-bit. And our ISO file is now downloading. It weighs 5 gigabytes, so I will get back to you once it downloads. My Windows has downloaded, so now I will choose option, select file, and find my downloaded Windows ISO file on my computer. By the way, here are all my virtual machines that I use for other projects. Here is my file. Let's press Open, then let's press Continue. Here you need to insert your Windows license key. Then press Continue. Then choose Productivity, Continue. Here you need to name your virtual machine. I will name it EasyWork. Where it says Save To, you can choose where do you want to save your virtual machine. I recommend that you save your virtual machine on your computer or an SSD hard drive for fast speed for your virtual machine. I will save mine to my desktop. Here it says that virtual machine will take up about 20 gigabytes of your disk space. Uncheck Create Alias on Mac Desktop. Tick Customize Setting before installation and click Create. Don't touch anything in the tab General. Next, click on Tab Options. Our next goal is to cut off our VM from the computer so that it stands completely separately on its own. So uncheck Pause Windows when possible. Then in the Sharing folder, I deselect everything and choose Disable. Toggle off all the settings. Set the Home folder to None. In the Applications tab, we also toggle everything off. You can just repeat after me. I'm just turning off all the settings. In the More Options tab, you can keep Sync Mac with Clipboard. Now, the most important part of all. Under the Hardware tab, as I said earlier, we're going to use our computer's power on the virtual machine. I'm using a MacBook 16, so I'm going to open my computer's parameters. Here I have 6 processors, so I can dedicate up to 4 processors to my virtual machine. Why 4? Because I need 2 processors to run my own Mac. I also have 16 gigabytes of RAM, meaning that I can dedicate up to 14 gigabytes to my VM. But in our case, 2 gigabytes of RAM will be more than enough for our virtual machine. If you want to play games, for instance GTA 5, which require more RAM, then set RAM as system requirements of the game requires. That's it. Now we don't have to do anything else, and we can close the settings and press Continue. And voila, just like that, Windows is now installing on our MacBook. Here it offers us to install Parallels Toolbox, but we are not going to need it, so press Skip. So now you can see that Windows is installing on its own. I'll fast forward it for you. Windows installs completely by itself. You don't have to click anything. I'll come back to you after the Windows installation is complete. Here it asks you to restart the Windows, and it restarts on its own. As you can see, the installation is done automatically, very easily. I'm not touching anything. Here we get notified that the installation is complete. Now I have a computer inside my computer. I can press the start button and you can see all the Windows apps. Let's return to our to-do list and note that we have now installed the virtual machine and leave a check mark from working on it to done. Now we need to install a VPN. What is a VPN and what do we need it for? We created the virtual computer, but now we have to supposedly have our computer in the United States, even though we're not there. Essentially, we'll connect to an American server over the internet, and then we'll work from this American server, register a YouTube channel, and upload all the videos to the American version of YouTube. I recommend the VPN service that I've been personally using for 5 years called Private Internet Access. By clicking the link in the description of this video, you can have the private internet access site. This is what their site looks like. You can see here that they're offering their service for $3.33 a month if you buy a year in advance. A monthly subscription, however, costs $9.95 per month. Now click on Sign Up Now and proceed to payment. After paying, you'll get a personal account, a user ID, and a password for your connection. After that, click on the download button and select your Windows, Mac, Linux, or Android system and download the VPN program. Now, just download the program and install it on your virtual computer. After installation, in the lower right corner, you will find this small icon, VPN. Go ahead and press on it. Then press Login. Put in your username, put in your password. Now press Login. Choose the country to which you want to connect. In the United States, you can even connect to different cities. Let's connect to Washington, D.C., for example. You can check your IP on the website called What Is My IP? I'm currently located abroad. Let's take a look at our IP. Our IP shows that we're located in Ashburn, Virginia. Ashburn is a city adjacent to Washington, D.C., meaning everything's okay. I've actually been to that city, by the way, and I was even involved in building these servers and was inside one of these buildings. That was a very long time ago, long before I started doing internet commerce. Inside, of course, these servers don't look so realistic, as if they're from a futuristic movie. Of course, you weren't allowed to take photos there, but they look something like this. In general, it was a great experience knowing how all the YouTube storage and Amazon servers look like from the inside. I remember fixing a server for Amazon, and an Amazon rep comes up to me and says that it needs to be fixed quickly because the damage is causing them to lose $1 million per minute. I thought to myself, he shouldn't have told me that. I got a little nervous, but ended up finishing the job. The most important thing is to make sure that your icon must always be green and turned on before you open your browser. And now, if we open YouTube, we can see that all the videos on our page are American. And if we click on the Trending tab, we'll notice the current most popular videos in America are in English. And from here, we'll create our own YouTube channel. So, let's mark it down that we've connected the VPN, and now we need to create an American phone number. And we need a number that can receive text messages to verify our YouTube and Google accounts. Let's mark down working on it. There are many companies that offer international internet phone numbers, but many of those numbers Google doesn't accept for verification, such as a phone number from Skype. You can buy a number from them, but Google won't send verification codes to a Skype phone number. I personally use an application called SIM-less. Download this app to your phone and buy an American number. It costs $9.99 a month. Okay, we're done with the phone part, so we can mark this task as done. Now we can create an American YouTube channel. So, run your virtual machine. As I said earlier, make sure that your VPN is on. Let's wait for the VPN to load. After the green button turns green, we can start working. I would also like to recommend that you double check on the website, what is my IP, that we are connected to the US. Here we can see that we are located in Ashburn, Virginia, USA, even though I'm currently abroad. It means that everything is working. Now we can open YouTube. Press Sign In. Choose the option Create My Account. Choose options to manage my business. In that case, we will be able to add additional managers to our YouTube account. Write your name and your last name. Choose Create a new Gmail address instead. Create an email. Come up with your own password. Here Gmail asks you to put in your phone number. At this point, you should have your Create a US phone number by downloading the app called Simless. I will put in my Simless phone number. Click Next. You should receive a verification code, so just type in this code and press Verify. Now, very important, write in a recovery email in order to restore your account if you lose your phone number. Put in your date of birth and press Next. On the next page, press Skip. Then agree to the terms of service. Okay, now we created a Google account. On the top right corner, press on the icon and choose option Create a Channel. Then choose Get Started. Choose the option Use a Custom Name and press Select. Come up with a name for your account. Click the check mark and press Create. Scroll down and press Set Up Later. Now we need to verify our YouTube account, so press on YouTube Studio. Choose Settings. Choose Channel. Press on the feature eligibility. Here we need to verify our channel so that we have the same green eligible icon light in here. So press the little arrow. Now choose Verify Phone Number. Choose Text or Call and write your phone number, then press Submit. Once you get an SMS with the verification code, put it in here. That's how you create an American YouTube channel. And now all the videos we're going to publish through our VPN will be in the United States, spread out among an English-speaking audience. Thanks to this, we're going to get dozens of times more money for our views than we'd get in Germany, France, Russia, or wherever you live. I hope I've made everything clear and that you've understood the logic of the whole process and the reason for every step. This video contains exclusive information. You can't find this secret anywhere else on YouTube. Now you can create a video in English or just a video without words, only an English title, and upload it in the United States, and you'll get 10 times more for your views. For the exact same work, you get 10 times more money. But there's an even bigger secret. I can tell you how to get not just 10 times more money from one video, but 30 times more. How does that sound? This information will be available for those who participate in my YouTube course, and I'd even go as far to say that you can not only get 30 times more, but 100 times more. I will explain all these secrets in my course. Again, to repeat, I've given you quite exclusive information in this video, but if you want to learn broader secrets, they will be available in my course, which you can purchase by following the link in the description. I'm not trying to look like a cheapskate to you. It's just that YouTube pays very little for views from other countries, and each video costs me about $500 to make. That means if I share my exclusive business information on the internet, I need to somehow pay for these videos. So, I hope you're able to create an American YouTube channel, and all the links to programs, resources will be in the description.